My baby just slept for 2 hours in his cot during the day, which is amazing. I haven't tried that before. Normally I just carry him around in the carrier. He sleeps really well in the carrier, but my first kid didn't sleep well in the cot during the day as a baby. But I just put him down and he did it, and I got so much done. All housework, but nevertheless, stuff I'd been meaning to do for ages. So I'm just feeding him now, and then I'm heading out to the readings YA prize celebration night tonight, because I've announced the winner, which was Stone Girl. Can't remember the author's name, but I'm excited. So I'm going to head there later with some friends, and in the meantime I'm going to get ready and pop on some face and hair. So I'm just walking over to Readings Kids now. I just dropped off the car with the screaming children to my husband, who is taking them home. This is my first night sans babies in quite some time, so I'm pretty excited. I'm going to have some champagne any minute now. So this is one of the shortlisted books that I'm reading at the moment, Unmasked by Turia, Pitt and Bryce Corbett. I'm guessing Bryce Corbett's kind of like the ghostwriter, but who is not actually ghosted. So Turia Pitt is she's pretty well known in Australia these days. She's like an ex-model and a mining engineer, but she was doing a 100-kilometre run in the Northern Territory and got caught in a really bad wildfire. And so she and a bunch of the other athletes were trapped in this gorge basically and got really badly burned. And so it's sort of a miracle that she survived. So this is sort of the YA version of her book and details her recovery, I suppose. And initially I was a bit skeptical because I've been reading so much disability activism stuff lately about how disabled people don't want to and don't like to be seen as inspirational. So I was like, how does this feed into that discussion, considering she's got a visible difference? But as it turns out, she also doesn't want to be inspirational in that fashion. She doesn't want to be inspirational for doing the things that normal people do. It's, it's more just her story. And so far it's been really pleasantly surprising me, so I'll keep you posted once I finish it. So this shortlisted one has a super cute cover, The Learning Curves of Vanessa Partridge by Clare, Strahan, Alison and Unmasked, and it sounds pretty interesting. So it's about Vanessa, who is a cello player, and I think she generally considers herself kind of a nerd, or she's seen that way, but she's also really into sex or really interested in it. And I think the story is about her working through, like, can she have all these desires but also be this sort of upstanding so-called nerdy student with very good quote-unquote interests, and working out, how to be herself in a world where only stereotypes proliferate. I tell you, walking around this store is like a kid in a candy store. I just want everything. Making Friends with Alison Dyson by Poppy and Nwosu. So I think the main character Alice is in the final years of school and working really hard, studying really hard, but then somehow becomes embroiled in some sort of shenanigans with one of the class troublemakers, and I'm not sure if she's annoyed about that or not, but basically I'm assuming they make friends in the end. But yeah, I think it's about friendship and kind of like a coming of age story.
I find this really disconcerting.
One of the other shortlisted books, which is Highway Bodies by Alison Evans. This one is probably the one I'm most excited to read. I just bought a copy, and it is basically, sorry, can you see the cover properly? I hope you can hear me over this mic, there's a lot of background chatter. This is a zombie apocalypse story. However, all the main characters are gender non-conforming or queer. So like they identify as gender non-conforming or queer. So it sounds awesome. I'm really, really excited to get to it. Hard for me not to buy all the matching like middle grade series because they all have really beautiful covers. Obviously I love middle grade, as you know, but I also just love having matching middle grade trilogies on my shelf when they have really nice covers.
You're really multitasking as well right now. So like you cleaned today while looking after your child. Now you're out socialising at an event, making a video, getting dinner. Yeah, all three.
Okay, so I'm just finding the next book. I bought a couple. Oh, Lana's helping me. I feel like I look like I'm stealing things. Oh, here it is. Yeah, The Winner. Stone Girl by Eleni, Hale. So this one also sounds really interesting. This one is about a young girl called Sophie who is from a dysfunctional family and ends up in the foster care system as a ward of the state. And I think it's about how rough her life is basically, but it's also, so it's like partly a kind of coming of age survival tale, but also about friendship and the other people she meets in the system her age, and how they help each other out. I think that's what it's about. She just signed the book, the author Eleni, and she seemed really sweet. She was like, I wrote happy reading in the book, but it's not happy, but I hope it is. This one's What I Like About Me by Jenna Guillaume. Don't know if I pronounced that wrong. I'm really sorry if I got it wrong, Jenna. Again, a really cute cover. They all have super cute covers. And this one, the protagonist, I think her best friend starts going out with some dude and she's got like body insecurities, and then she decides to say stuff it to everyone and goes in a beauty pageant. It actually sounds really interesting. I'm really pumped to get to this one too. I think Alana and I are actually going to leave the store now and get some dinner and some more drinks because we've already had our free champagne. Just home now, hopping into bed. Alana and I went out for burgers, which was really nice, and I even had a second glass of wine. Anyway, I'm still reading A Sand Archive by Gregory Day, which I started this morning, and it's really good so far. That's another Miles Franklin shortlist one, and there was another one from that list that I DNF'd, so I'll talk about that in a Miles Franklin video to come soon. All right, going to sleep now.